The birth of a day is the purest time. The spirit of man is conscious of the awakening pulse of life and creation, and prayer is an affirmation of life. This is Kanyakumari, the southernmost point of India, where three currents meet and play upon her shores. To the east is the Bay of Bengal, to the west the Arabian Sea, and to the south the Indian Ocean. When you come to India, you usually enter through four principal points: Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, Madras. It is interesting to note that the ancient city of Mailai is still part of the modern city of Madras. Madras has any number of hotels and facilities to suit all tourists. Madras is proud of its marina, one of the longest beaches in the world. On the outskirts of the city is Mahabalipuram, an old port mentioned by Ptolemy, the Greek historian, in the 1st century AD, and by Huan San, the famous Chinese traveler. It was from this port that Indian art and culture spread to Southeast Asia. These rock carvings at Mahabalipuram are among the most well-known in the world, and the stone figures bring to life many fascinating aspects of Hindu mythology. One of the best planned ancient cities in Indian history is Madurai. The Meenakshi temple is a great landmark. It is remarkable not only for its architecture, but its elaborate ornamentation and its many tall gateways. The inland waterways of Kerala, lush and tropical, these lagoons and creeks bordered by coconut trees and rice fields, are a delight as you cruise along in a slow boat. The Kovalam Beach Resort. Sun-drenched even in the winter, Kovalam is a haven away from an increasingly crowded world. There are innumerable beautiful and secluded beaches along India's more than 3,000-mile coastline. Here is one of them, in Goa. The hotel industry in India has kept pace with the rest of the world. The service and facilities compare with the best anywhere. Among Goa's many churches, the best known is the Basilica of Bom Jesus, the home of the last remains of St. Francis Xavier. Carnival time in Goa, a tradition which began when Goa was a part of the Portuguese Empire. Onward to Bombay. Indian Airlines operate flights to every point of interest in the country. Bombay is often referred to as India's premier city. It is the commercial capital of the country. Just across Bombay Harbour is Elephanta, Here we see incomparable rock-cut sculptures of the early 7th century. Within easy reach of Bombay are the fabulous caves of Ajanta. From the 2nd century BC to the 7th century AD, over a period of 900 years, a succession of anonymous artists created wall paintings, propagating the life and the teachings of the Buddha. The paintings of Ajanta have had an impact not only on the art of Asia but of the world. Near Ajanta is Ellora. The Kailash temple has been carved from the rock of the mountainside itself. This temple, dedicated to Lord Shiva, is truly one of the great wonders of the world of art. From ancient times to the India of today, on the 26th of January each year, during the Republic Day parade, we see in Delhi that which is often spoken of, India as a continent. A composite of many ways of life, in which diversity is not only encompassed but encouraged. The Qutub Minar, a medieval monument, is the highest freestanding stone tower in the world. The seat of the Mughal Empire, the Red Fort of Delhi. Delhi has been the capital of many successive empires and has witnessed momentous events in the history of India. A short trip by air, train or taxi, and you reach the city of Agra. From the Agra fort, you can see one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Taj Mahal, built by the Emperor Shah Jahan, in memory of his beautiful queen Mumtaz Mahal. "22 years in the making, this marble mausoleum also houses the grave of Shah Jahan himself, laid to rest beside his queen. The hotels in Agra are so designed that you can see the Taj from your window. The Taj in all its moods. A half-hour drive away is Fatehpur Sikri. Once a flourishing city, built by the Emperor Akbar, today desolate, a reminder of a great age of art, poetry and classical music. A sad city which died for want of water. And now to a region of deserts and camels. Jaipur, the Pink City, a symbol of princely rule in Rajasthan. Maharaja Jai Singh II, the builder of Jaipur, was deeply interested in astronomy, hence this observatory, which is remarkable for its measurement of time and the movement of stars. The princes of Rajasthan have produced world champions in the game of polo. A slight change from riding in a jumbo to riding on a jumbo, the way of princes. The Amber Palace on the outskirts of Jaipur is a fine example of the art and architecture sponsored by the Rajput kings of Rajasthan. Many palaces in India are today hotels for visitors. The Lake Palace in Udaipur is a supreme example of yesterday's royal homes in the service of the tourist of today. Wherever you go in India, hotels offer you a cross-section of the folk culture of that region. North, south, east, west, wherever you are in India, you will find game sanctuaries, not only to delight the photographer or to behold the wonder on a child's face, but because India is committed to the idea of not destroying life in any form. On the edge of wilderness, but connected by Indian Airlines, is the city of temples, Khajuraho. Here is a burst of creative activity in architecture and sculpture, a profusion of experimentation in style and the human form. The Kandariya Mahadev temple has more than 1,200 sculptures. Of the more than 80 original temples of Khajuraho, not many remain, but they are a witness to faith and dedication. From the stones of the past, let us move to the living face of today, on the banks of the Ganga, a river which is so much a part of India's culture. Banaras. Varanasi, popularly known as Banaras, is the most sacred city of the Hindus. Near Banaras is Sarnath, associated with Lord Buddha and his concept of compassion and non-violence, which have spread to many parts of Asia and still influences the people of many lands. It is a bit of a leap, but we now find ourselves in the extreme north of India. This is Leh in Ladakh, where the eternal snows of the Himalayas look down upon rugged, barren, rocky land. The people of Ladakh are cheerful in the face of hardship. They find great solace in the turning of the prayer wheel, which is a symbol of Buddhism. The traditional dance of the Lamas, in which good triumphs over evil. Ladakh does not exist beyond the lost horizon, but is within the reach of any visitor to India. No, this is not Switzerland. This is Gulmarg in Kashmir. India has taken the help of world-famous experts to make Gulmarg a premier ski resort. There is almost no climatic condition that is not found in India. When you come down from the mountains and springtime comes to Kashmir, you enjoy the beauties of nature, of which poets have sung at great and sometimes tedious length. The beauty of the Vale of Kashmir is reflected in the skill of the craftsmen who have worked so devotedly for generations to make the world a gracious place to live in. To glide smoothly across the Dal Lake in Srinagar is an experience never to be forgotten. It is perhaps not a modest claim, but nowhere in the world can one experience the luxury and the superb cuisine of the houseboats of Kashmir. We now move on to the eastern region of India. Calcutta, a city named after the goddess Kali. In the early days of British rule in India, Calcutta was the center of the Raj. The Howrah Bridge in this sprawling city carries perhaps more human traffic than any bridge in the world. Away from the plains to the coolness of the mountains. Darjeeling is one of India's leading hill stations in the eastern Himalayas. Darjeeling tea is a household word the world over. 2 leaves and a bud. The tea you drink in Sydney or Moscow or London may have been plucked by these delicate hands. Sunrise from Tiger Hill has attracted thousands of tourists to Darjeeling. Here before you is the magnificence of Kanchenjunga, the world's 3rd highest peak. There is Everest, the highest point on earth, the supreme challenge to mountaineering. Mountain peaks have often inspired the domes of places of worship of all religions, as in Bhubaneswar, the city of temples. The temple of the sun god in Konark is an outstanding tribute to the existence of life, as without the sun, there is no life on earth. Built in the 13th century, the temple is designed as the chariot of the sun god. This is the Jagannath temple in Puri. Every summer, Puri holds the famous festival of Jagannath, the Lord of the universe. Here once again one sees the open, heartfelt devotion of the Indian people. India is more than art and sculpture and history and festivals. India is her people, warm and welcoming.